Hello. Hey, what's up, guys? We're live. Welcome to the SnowboardProCamp live chat hangout. In this video, we want to talk to you guys about park versus
powder.
It's one of those things that everyone's always talking about. What's better, park or powder? What do people ride? And I feel like we do pretty much, we probably do like 60-40.
I got like 70-30.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool conversation because everyone has their like favorite thing. They either like riding, powder days, trees, steep stuff.
Yeah, hibernate until the next snowfall.
Yeah, you got those people that only go up on the best powder days, 20 centimeters plus.
Oh, the flip side, you got the park guys that hit up the park on powder days because nobody's in it.
Yeah. And I've been on like crazy powder days before where I was riding with guys and they like took off and they like went to the park.
Right, okay. Yeah. I mean, park is good on a powder day. There's nobody in there, the landings are soft. You don't have to worry about too much.
So what we want to do, guys, is go through one of our favorite powder days and just give you guys some behind the scenes, and then watch one of our favorite park sort of like weeks, one of our park week recaps from High Cascade.
And we got powder board right here, Yes 420, and Kevin's park board, Solomon Huck Knife.
And
then just talk about the differences between the boards and why each one is good for each discipline.
Yeah, and it'd be great to hear from you guys. What you guys like better? If you guys like park, powder, let us know. Let's read a couple of the comments. Oh, lots of people, powder for life.
Jersey, got some Jersey people. Yeah, bringing it back to my past.
Pow, got another Pow. Japan Pow.
Japan's got to be Pow.
Where's the park rats?
See, everybody wants. If people could have their way, it would be powder every day.
Yeah.
Listen to what I say.
I just may.
I'll see you by the bay.
All right, so let's start with the first video. We're gonna watch Snowmageddon and give you guys some of the background info on Snowmageddon. That was one of the best powder days.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Yeah, that was about an hour just to dig out the car. And here's my near-death experience coming up where I nearly got squashed.
That was one of those powder days where you actually have to wake up.
Like, that was close.
Wow. You have to wake up like an hour before you get to the resort. Like an hour early just to dig out your car, dig out the driveway.
Oh, I got lots of park. Oh, look at all these park guys. Wow, there's one POW guy in all those parks. Holy.
Where's the POW people? POW people!
I mean, the lineups on POW days are going to be worse.
Yeah, that's the thing in Whistler, like Blackcomb, you gotta almost be strategic about your chairlift choice on a POW day. It's like, what chairlift are you gonna go to first? Which one are you gonna go to second? You don't want to get stuck with all like the city people.
You gotta line it up, yeah, like 3 or 4 lifts in advance.
You do.
Plan it around lunch times and whatnot.
Oh yeah, so this was our first tree run of the day. So this is underneath the peak to peak. There's the peak to peak right there. Yeah, those peak to peak trees are so much fun. If you guys are ever in Whistler, you gotta hit up the peak to peak trees. Oh, that was the first day on the POW board.
Yeah.
Yes 420.
Get a breakdown. Yeah, so I'd love to get one of these powder boards. Yeah, you got the Burton Fish, which is kind of like that too. And a few Joneses. And yeah, it looks too fun in the trees. Way too fun.
Chris had a powder board, Jones board in his hand today at Showcase.
I did.
Whistler.
I would have stolen it if I was the size of Andre the Giant. I could have just slipped it under my shirt.
Yeah, if you guys are unsure about like whether or not to have like a park and a powder board, like last season was my first season to have one of each, and bringing the powder board up on those like POW days, it just made them that much better. Like Doug and Chris you guys were keeping up, but your head's behind me.
He was laying the way. We basically know Kevin at the front. He's gonna know exactly where he can push his board a bit further, keep the speed a bit better. So we'll follow him. And if it flattens out, we just take his track.
Yeah.
And that worked. That worked pretty well.
Especially through the trees, because in some areas there was some like flat bits where you had to keep your speed up through the flats, and so I was like leading the way and
or some uphill bits,
breaking the trail for you guys.
So yeah, we got a super chat from Super Wonder. Watching your videos is what made me start snowboarding. That's awesome.
Oh, sick.
Thanks,
Super Wonder. Awesome.
Cool. Hopefully they keep you snowboarding.
Yeah. Where do you snowboard? Where did you learn? Thanks for the super chat. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a good bit of you just climbing out.
Yeah, we got stuck, so...
You got stuck. I used Kevin. I saw him in the hole. He's there screaming, "Don't follow me!"
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, it's perfect. Just scooted around and got out.
Yeah, on those powder days, like, that's one of the things. Like, if you know the terrain, you can, like, plan your powder turns so that, like, keep the speed up across the flats. Oh, these are some fans that we ran into on the chair. That was pretty sick. Some dudes from the UK, I think.
But if you don't know the terrain, and you have to like hike for 10 minutes out in a big powder field, that's no fun.
No. So yeah, knowing the terrain, also like really important knowing like where you're going. So where the trees lead to. Pretty much all these trees, we knew exactly where they led to. I think this is this Crystal area now? No, not yet.
This is just above your favorite rock drop.
Oh yeah.
In that kind of area. Well, there's one of the ones that we like to do a lot. If we did hug more left than we do, it would take us out on like a 40-foot cliff.
Oh right.
We know it's there. We scoot around it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why super important you know where you're going, because you could just end up flying off a nice big cliff.
Oh man, yeah, that's such a good day. I feel like the powder days are the days that you remember like very specifically. Like you remember the runs, you remember waiting in the line for the chair, you remember who you were with.
You remember nearly drowning in the powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually more epic. If you had like a good park day and maybe you landed a few new tricks, that'd totally be memorable. But yeah, I just feel like it's not quite the same as like a epic pow day.
Yeah, because on this day too, we were like exploring the whole mountain. So we're like exploring different areas, like showing, even like we were riding with friend Doug this day, and Doug hadn't been to a lot of these tree zones. So like when you're taking somebody to like a new area of the mountain to like explore, it's just like, it's really fun. You're like showing them something new. And then there's also that like, even though when you're riding in these areas, you kind of be careful. So then, for us, we were sort of like looking out for Doug. Even though Doug's a super solid rider, we were like, oh, let's go this, follow us, come this way. So it's really exciting that way.
I think there's a certain amount of, however much responsibility put on the most advanced and versed rider, just to kind of watch out for everybody else in the group. A little bit.
Yeah. Oh, Super Wonder, another $5 super chat. Thanks, man. Come to Utah and teach me to be better.
If you
definitely,
we totally would do that. If you want to just super chat us the cost of the flights to Utah, and we'll come there tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, you're lucky in Utah. You have some amazing mountains there and snowboarding. We'll definitely have to come visit Utah.
Yep.
What's the best resort in Utah?
I don't know. Tell us. There's a few. I think there's at least one of them that's on the Epic Pass.
Oh, sweet. Oh man, look at those trees.
This is actually I fell. So here.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
I fell on my back and the snow, like, I couldn't breathe for a second. The snow covered me entirely. It was actually quite scary.
What? Yeah, you were just caked. I love the side of Doug's beard too.
Another super chat from Bad Riders. I found myself bringing my right shoulder around while riding the powder. Do you guys have any tips to help address this? So, right shoulder, you're regular or goofy?
Yeah, it depends if you're regular or goofy. It sounds like you're probably regular, because what happens is people end up, when you're riding in powder, you're really struggling, so sometimes you end up getting twisted. So if your right shoulder is your back, then it gets twisted around. So what you can think about is that as you ride, make sure that you're looking over your shoulder, especially on your toe turns. So staying looking over your shoulder, and then keep that backhand of your right hand over top of the tail of your board. It's just gonna like smooth everything out and keep you a lot more balanced through that powder. So looking over your shoulder, that right hand over your tail, should be sweet.
Keep it all lined up. Another super chat from Super Wonder. He says, I don't know if I have that much money to give. Well, there's only one way to find out.
Awesome. Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
but thanks so much for the super chats. And yeah, we're totally going to try to get out to Utah because it's supposed to be epic.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. Thanks, man. We'll let you know for sure if we can make it to Utah. We got a lot of trips coming up, and
we need a partner, the Epic Pass with the Epic car rental. We're like unlimited miles and unlimited gas, and then we can just do the whole continental U.S.
Yeah, no, unlimited gas. Yeah, Super Wonder, you don't need to give us a flight, but if you have a couch that we can crash on, that would be amazing.
2 couches?
Or a couch and an air mattress.
Yep. No topping and tailing for us. We're big boys.
So, I'm pretty sure that this day, was this a day like the thing with powder days is like you get, say, like 5 or 6 runs, at least here in Whistler, where you're just like going crazy, riding as hard as possible, and then you start to get that like decline. So I saw that we went in for, this is on the decline, yeah. We're just like exhausted.
I think the weather it got a little bit warmer, so the snow got a bit heavy, so it's that double like, you get your energy drops, and then the powder gets really heavy, so it's way harder to move around, and it's like a double.
Yeah.
And then you're done. Yeah, I think we just pretty much called it a day after that.
Yeah, I also remember that after this video was over, we continued to ride to the bottom, and all the snow that was on our jackets was kind of like heavy. And then when we got down to the village, the temperature dropped like 10 degrees.
Okay.
And then we were like icicles. We were just like Iceman. Remember our jackets were frozen? We were like frozen stiff jackets.
I like that vibe. Yeah, when you just like your whole thing's frozen, you feel like Mr. Freeze style.
Yeah. Should we do the powder board tips, or should save that for later?
The powder board tips. Yeah, do that after the park vid.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe do them together.
All right, so we're gonna look up the park highlights video. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, snowboard.
Super Wonder, he said it again. Hey, Super Wonder. Hey, no need for hotel rentals. I got you guys. I got a truck and rooms for you. So saving some money.
Yeah, sick. All right,
that's what we're all about.
Send us an email, snowboardprocamp@gmail.com, and maybe we can make a trip happen. We're doing a trip with 2 guys from Europe that are helping us out with the Euro trip.
2 guys, 1 truck.
2 guys, 1 truck with 1 board bag on top. Sweet. Thanks, Super Wonder. Yeah, you're a legend, man. Well, hopefully we can continue to help you progress your riding with the videos this year. All right, so this one, just a quick preview. This is our high Cascade highlight video. We had an awesome time in the summertime. We did a bit of park riding last winter, but once the summer hit, we just committed to obviously terrain park riding in the summertime, and this is one of my favorite weeks of the year.
Nice. Yeah, so this is at Mount Hood in Oregon at the Timberline, where High Cascade is set up. And yeah, it's a little
highlight video
of our trip and awesome No Bad Day gear.
TJ legend. TJ's legend in the park. Board Archive.
Wearing a Cobra Dogs hoodie in Subway. Let's not talk about that.
Oh man, this is one of the best days of the weeks of the year, wasn't it? It's so good.
Yeah. If I was like totally in a park, I would have been able to sleep.
This is the park versus powder coming out right here.
Yep.
Like for me, it became like an epic week, but you're not feeling the park as much as the POW days.
No, I'm all about the POW. Did Chris get some new pants yet? No, I haven't. No, KSA to A Basin this weekend. Nice. First time on a board. You have vids really helped from Calcio Moti. Awesome, thanks, man.
Thanks for the $5 super chat. Amazing, man.
You going to Arapahoe Basin this weekend? Nice.
Oh, cool. TJ's riding there.
I'm jealous.
We might be there in a week or so.
Michael Jackson grind.
Chris is working on the pants. We got some apparel happening soon.
Yeah, I've been going down to all the board shops, and when I see someone leaving with my pants that I want, I just follow them home and see where they live. I haven't done anything yet.
So yeah, this was like the High Cascade Park in Mount Hood. If you guys ever get the chance, if you want to do some summer riding from like the middle of June until the end of July, they just have an insane park set up. Even the public park at the Timberline Lodge, the public park was like really good too, and there was like
kept in great condition.
So for us, we had 3 half pipes, tons of features, lots of jumps. Definitely more jumps and rail features than in the Whistler Park in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
So pretty incredible.
Well, one of the things we're trying to do too is learn inverts, and you're so limited by your time in the half pipe, right? Because it's not so long. But the great thing there is you could just do like the first half pipe, and then there's like 2 features in between, and then another half pipe, and then you got to ski snowboard for like 100 meters, and then there's another half pipe. So it's just like one after another.
Oh, tripod! So I'm just gonna rewind that. That was like one of the highlights. That was super fun doing the tripod race with TJ.
TJ kept coming towards me. I was trying to film it, and he kept trying to take me out. Well, this is how you do it, Kevin. Oh yeah!
Nice, you nailed it.
See, that's thunder thighs. That's what thick boys get you.
Yeah, the other highlight for us, like, well, it's kind of like spring/summer snowboarding. For doing terrain park is like if you fall, you get that slushy snow to land in. So
yeah, it was awesome for that.
Just made learning new tricks like super easy. But yeah, the great thing with park is just park riding in general is like that progression. So like working on new tricks when you land a new trick, just like riding with friends when you get into that zone and you're starting to feel comfortable with the features. I feel like that's a pretty special feeling. It's totally different than a powder day.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have that same progression feeling in powder.
No. Yeah, when you get in the zone.
There's a little skate session we did at Wendell's camp, and I guess skateboarding is the same feeling for me with the progression. As it's you're really like working on like unlocking those new parts of the park.
Yeah.
But for us, like we're new to skateboarding, so it was just very like small movements. But once you get something small and you get the feeling, it's like super addictive. On this trip, I was hooked on hand plants. I just wanted to do hand plants like crazy.
Yeah, I busted my. What did I do? I busted my hand, so I was trying to hand plant, but I couldn't. That sucked.
We'll show you guys a little Easter egg in this video. A little hidden Easter egg. You know what I'm talking about, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so there's something not quite right in this video coming up.
There you go, look, TJ. It has something to do with TJ doing loads and loads of flips.
It's a TJ. Oh, who's that in the background there? If you guys can see, TJ is in the background. He got motion sickness from jumping on the trampoline, and so he was done.
He's just staring in the corner, like away from all the action. I don't even think his eyes are open. And then in the other clip, maybe he's like lying on the.
We missed it. It wasn't included, but.
Yeah, and then he just gave up on the tramp and just went and lay down on the floor basically for like 30 minutes. Yeah,
awesome.
Carefully, don't do too many flips.
So that was our park week at High Cascade. Super fun. Well, for me, it was like one of the best weeks, but. Chris, it was a good week,
but not really fun.
Not as good as the best POW days for you.
No. If there was something like that, but they just had artificial snow coming all the time, and every day was a POW day, I would pay to go to that camp.
Nice. Super Wonder, you're a legend, man. Thank you. $5 super chat. Would you say skateboarding helps a lot when it comes to snowboarding? Absolutely. Like, I feel like the skateboarding this past season. As like for me at least, like improved my balance like so much, like balance, body awareness, and it was just kind of giving me something to do like in that same like a board sport that you can do like all year round.
But we don't know yet put your snowboard on and you regressed. I don't think that's gonna happen though.
No, I think it's
the transition is gonna be better transition. Just anytime you spin sideways, I think so. Skateboarding's probably gonna I guess it depends, but skateboarding, surfing,
I think
all good.
I think skateboarding is probably the best one because you can just like
I'll give you that one.
So much mileage on the skateboard, you can do it anytime. You can just.
It's really tech too. So the fact it's more technical, and then you take it back.
Yeah, skateboarding is much more difficult than snowboarding. Anytime that I've ever taught in the past, like somebody who can skateboard or longboard to snowboard, they pick it up within, like literally, they'll just pick it up within 5 or 10 minutes. Like, how's your experience with skateboarders?
I mostly remember the surfers and those like the 12-year-old Australian surfer kids that come.
Oh yeah.
And they've never tried it before, and
oh my gosh,
and within 2 hours they're already doing 180s and turning and basically way ahead of every other kid, and they're like, ooh, this feels weird, am I doing it right?
Yeah,
you're doing amazing, don't stop.
Yeah, I remember this one kid I was teaching. He was like 13-year-old surfer dude from Australia, and he's like, oh, look at that snow wave, I'm gonna go slash it. I'm like, it's not a snow wave. It's just a pile of snow.
At least you got the slash part right. That's good.
Yeah. So that was park day, powder day.
Yeah.
Super fun times.
Have we changed anybody's mind? I'm still going with powder until my back becomes bionic.
Yeah. Let us know out there, guys, what you guys think, park versus powder. But I feel like for myself too, like a epic powder day is probably still my favorite.
It could also be psychological because the park's always there and you know it's there, but when the POW comes,
right,
you
take the park for granted.
You got a Pokemon, gotta catch them all.
But there is something to say, like when you're riding through the terrain park and you're like putting together like a really fun line, and you're just getting the hang.
Everything's sticking.
Yeah, some of those spring days I had last year were like I was having a super fun time in the Whistler Park. So awesome. So L4Z YK1DXV1, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. You get a crazy name happening there. And did you get the Hero 6 yet?
No.
Not yet.
We're $2 closer to it though, thanks to you. So that's awesome.
So I've been looking into this Hero 6. There's I feel like there's a lot to look into. Like we've got the 5. So the 5 is doing the job pretty well. The bonuses of the 6 are that the stabilizer looks a lot better, so that's good for snowboarding. If you guys want to do any filming out there for snowboarding, I think like a Hero 6, the stabilization on it is just crazy. So that's a huge one. Crazy good. But some of the things are supposed to actually be not as good. So the sound, the mic on it is apparently not as good. And there's something else, but...
I think with, if it's like a powder day and you have like not as good stabilization, I think because you're in the powder, everything's smooth. It kind of like blends it out. But I noticed that when we went into the park and you start getting like the ruts in like the landings and the terrain is a lot harsher compared to powder, you see that in the footage as well, so more shake.
That's there's a snow versus
park versus powder
versus park right there. Filming much harder. Well, but then so it's harder in the park for the shake, but then in powder you gotta deal with all the moisture, the droplets. If you guys are filming powder, just like have a few hankies that you can just wipe off the lens with constantly.
Hanky.
You'd be doing like, we would like literally wipe off the camera lens like 600 times in a day on a powder day.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I think it's harder if the terrain is like all over the place in the powder, kind of like bumps and going through the little trees, to focus and keep somebody in frame while also watching where you're going and try to like thread the trees.
That's tricky. That's like a whole new skill in itself. So Super Wonder, another $10 super chat. Thanks,
awesome, man.
Because I've skateboarded for 12 years and this would be my first year snowboarding. So hopefully those years will pay off. But keep up the amazing videos.
Yeah, they totally will. Big
absolutely,
time.
Man. They're going to pay off like crazy. And yeah, that's awesome. You get a huge head start. Whoa, what do I do? What happens when I do that? Okay, so...
You came up with the menu.
HGG. I clicked there. HGG, $5 super chat. Thanks, HGG. Funslinger, Huck Knife, or GNU Headspace for butters and beginner tricks. So I haven't rode those other boards. TJ has got in-depth reviews on both of those, all three of those boards. But for myself, like the Huck Knife is, think it's very smooth for butters, very easy to get into a press. So it's like camber under your feet and then reverse camber outside of your feet. So it's just like that great butter park board. It's made mostly for park, but it's like free ride leaning. Mm-hmm. So you can get some free riding happening in it pretty easily, but then it's
like a Swiss Army knife, but the blade is the best, but the other stuff, it all helps.
Yeah, the fork is okay.
Yeah.
So
the wine bottle opener.
You can't go wrong with that Huck Knife, honestly. Greg Schubert, what's up, Greg? $5 super chat, thanks, man. Looking for a new board for a trip to Whistler and all season here in Washington. Thoughts on Jones Explorer versus Flagship as all mountain and powder board?
I rode the Flagship. That was amazing. I loved it. Yeah, I would totally recommend the Flagship.
I love that we're getting park and powder board questions.
Yes.
Going just as we wanted it to.
Yeah, it's got really great float. It's got the 3BT in it as well, so it keeps you, it almost like forces you back up if you start to lean over too much. I think it would take a little bit getting used to coming from a more conventional board, but yeah, from the day I did it, it was amazing, and I'd totally buy one.
Right, yeah. Just a really quick note, Lazy Kid, it's pronounced Lazy Kid 16. All right, got it.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks for the $5 super chat. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, Chris, actually, what board did you have in your hands today? The Explorer or the Flagship?
Oh, that was the Ultra Craft, I think. I think so. Yeah, we were just down today at our local little shop, just having a look at the boards. Yeah, and the Jones ones, they got some cool looks to them. They didn't have the Lone Wolf down there.
How did you find the Flagship was for the bumps? I remember you saying something. Was that you who said something for the bumps?
It was pretty good in the bumps. I mean, kind of like the powder chatter bumps.
Yeah.
I thought its ability to traverse. So that was the thing that really stood out to me, that I just was like blown away by. Was comparing to my old board. If I got a cut across the powder, I could keep my line so high and tight, cutting across, like I'd end up like, way further up than I would have thought. Yeah, and it was amazing. Like you just point your board and it just goes, and you just hold on for the ride.
Right. Yeah. Sorry we can't give you like a detailed like comparison, but I feel like whichever board you choose, like those Jones boards are just like, they're built for all mountain, built for powder. So in this area, so Washington and BC, this like upper like northwest, you're just gonna.
It's got Jones all over it.
You're gonna kill it. Yeah, you can't go wrong. You want to take this one?
All right, from Poppers.
Can you do it in a Kiwi accent?
Okay, Fish and Chops.
$5 New Zealand.
Okay. I was able to ride my first black run. No, that's not right. I'll just say that's more English.
Just go regular.
Sorry, Poppers. I was able to ride my first black run this season in New Zealand thanks to all the progression I made watching your vids. Nice.
Oh, amazing.
And you did it successfully, I'm guessing.
Thanks for the $5 New Zealand. What are they called, New Zealand dollars?
New Zealand dollars?
Oh, okay.
Oh, they probably just call them dollars.
Yeah, P Whoppers is that's funny. We might be in New Zealand next summer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the channel David S. Jones, but he's from New Zealand. Rides in Wanaka from Queenstown, and he's coming to Whistler for the season. So hopefully we get to ride and snowboard and film with him, and then
I'm thinking so.
Yeah, then next summer, or our summer, your guys' winter, we'll be in New Zealand.
Nice.
For at least one trip. Lazy Kid 16 Taco Fund. Yeah, $2 Taco Fund. Thanks, man. Amazing. So
should we have a little run on some of these other ones?
Go for it.
All right. Would we ever? So yeah, questions about other resorts. I mean, as far as resorts go, as long as they're good resorts, we want to go. But the problem is, there's only a certain amount of days in winter. and we can't go everywhere. So it's just kind of depend on you know, what's going on. If we can go to one place and kind of carry it on to some others, or if we're, you know, visiting TJ or vice versa.
Yeah, you guys should encourage us to go to different resorts too.
Yeah.
Give us some recommendations.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, so far we got the Euro trip planned.
Yep, Austria, France.
We'll definitely need to be snowboarding with TJ in Denver. Or sorry, like in Colorado.
Yeah, that's gonna happen for sure.
Breckenridge, Vail.
Mount Bachelor, that's happening.
Mount Bachelor possibly.
Down in Washington area. We'll do the northern Europe trip. Finland, Sweden, Norway, Russia.
Yeah.
Do that. That would be sweet.
Don't forget about the indoor resorts in Dubai.
And the Netherlands.
Right. Oh, somebody was calling us out in the accent. I feel like we could probably pull off.
Terrible.
It's hard to pull off the Kiwi accent on the spot.
Yeah. That was fun. It's fush and chops.
Good
Have
landing.
you ever been to Sunshine? I've never been to Sunshine. There's
Yeah.
so many places. I'm actually going to, as far as Tremblant, Snow Kid was asking, I'm going to Tremblant, or is it Mount St. Anne? I'm going for a wedding, but there'll be no snowboarding involved.
Sweet guys, so this video here, the Natural Terrain Park, this is like another one of my favorite powder days. It actually didn't have the most powder snow, but it was one of TJ's first days in Whistler, and so I was taking him around and we were trying to turn the mountain into like a terrain park.
You've actually hybrid the whole idea. Park and powder.
This is the hybrid idea,
together.
Yeah. So we were looking for like those natural kickers, just natural things to ride on. I've seen TJ hit a tree branch like it was a rail. So yeah, you can combine the two, and this is one of those days. But yeah, we had a blast. We were just like hooking ourselves off of going for spins, going for grabs, going for some inverts, landing on our heads.
Yep. This year, you're gonna land a tame dog when we do the Natural Terrain Park.
Oh yeah,
2018.
for sure. Oh, for sure. Oh, there's a little gap jump. So if you guys have ever been to Whistler, that was on 7th Heaven in Blackcomb. Nice like wind lip. That was a nice soft landing.
Whoa, easy there.
Powderboard.
Did we want to do a quick spiel on the boards?
Sure.
Knock it out.
You want to go first?
Oh, that was close. I was about to fall. All right, so we got powderboard and parkboard.
Parkboard.
So look at the powderboard.
Go for it.
So this is the S420. This is quite a short board. You can see it sitting down. My head is basically at the top of it. So
it's like a 143.
Yeah, and if you look at it, the nose is super wide and the tail is a little narrower, and so it just really helps you float, keep that nose up. Short turning circle, great in the trees, great in powder. Yeah, it just seems like this type, the really short fat one, amazing, like incredible in the trees, but then it would seem like the bit where it might get let down a little bit is in like the really big open, with when it gets bumpy.
Yeah, so I was riding that board quite a bit last year, and it was like difficult through bumps, but the thing that it's made for is it's like short and fat, so amazing for floating on the powder, doing really quick turns through trees, which here in Whistler we do a lot of tree riding, and so it was just like amazing through the trees, just like really quick. And then the nose is really fat so that you can float and you don't have to like be sitting on your back leg the whole time. All right, so Super Wonder, woo! $5 super chat, thanks man. What goggles are those blue ones? I love them. I want them.
Which
so
ones?
Those are the electric. These ones?
I don't know.
Yeah, those are the electric EGX.
Oh yeah. And these ones are what, the Smith IOs?
Yep. Shout out to SportRx for hooking us up with the Smith.
Depends how much of your face you want covered.
Yeah, it depends on your head. If you get a large face, large head, then go with these guys. If you're small to medium-sized head, they might be too big.
I think if Kevin could get a pair of goggles that covered his nose and his mouth and look cool, he probably would. Yeah, Doge.
Daniel Zed. I'll show the park board for a bit. Daniel Zed, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Please come to Mount Tremblant. Chris, if you're going to Mount Tremblant, maybe I should just come with you. Skip the wedding and go snowboarding.
It's my cousin's wedding.
No, well, come.
I can't skip
no,
his wedding.
I'll skip the wedding.
Oh, right.
I'm not invited, so I'll just be like, they'll be like, what's Kevin doing here? He's like, oh, he's going snowboarding.
Yeah.
Could do that.
Could. I have quite a lot of family functions, though.
No, well, that's what I mean. I'll just skip all of that and go snowboarding.
Oh, you go snowboarding.
I'll go snowboarding with Daniel Z and Tremblant.
And then we get to talk about it. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Like, you'll be there, so maybe you'll get to scoot away for a run or two.
I gotta go have lunch with my crazy Aunt Shelly. And you gotta go snowboard. That doesn't sound fair.
Well, I'm coming.
Go have the lunch with the crazy aunt.
I'm coming now. I'm coming on your wedding trip. Chris Henrik. What's up, man? If you guys don't know Chris Henrik, he's actually the guy that designed our website. So thanks, Chris.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen it so far, go check it out. If you guys want to get merch, that's the place to go get it. www.snowboardprocamp.com/merch. But yeah, thanks, Chris, for hooking that up. Adding to the taco fund. Go make sure Chris gets one too. Oh yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
We gotta look after each other.
Chris, what? Why'd you have to bring up tacos now? Like I'm thinking about.
I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah. I'm hungry. You got to cut this short. Let's go get tacos. Yeah. So this is my park board. It's a Solomon Huck knife. So the thing that makes park board very specific to the terrain park is I got a twin shape, so you can ride it regular or switch. Super important if for doing those 180s. Coming off fakie on board slides to be able to ride switch. So park boards, they have the ability to ride in both directions. This also has like lots of pop in the nose and tail for doing those ollies and nollies as well. So you want something with a bit of pop. The other thing that this board has going for it is it's got a soft nose and tail. So it's got the bit of reverse camber. Really important if you want to learn butter tricks, presses. So not every park board's the same. But this one is like just built for tricks, for having fun, and yeah, it's a bit more difficult to ride at high speeds because it's not as stable. That's where like all mountain or paddleboard would excel. You want to take this one?
Sure. So we got a super chat from Cubic Spartan. I'm heading to Whistler in Feb, and I got the new Ride 2017 Berserker. Would you recommend getting a fresh wax? Also, do you like the Chroma Pop Lens? So, question, if you get a brand new board, should you get it waxed as opposed to the factory wax, I guess is your question. I think it's not a bad idea to put a new wax on there because you don't know how long it's been sitting around and whatnot. Usually the factory wax will do a good job and you probably find it's fine, but if you do want that extra bit of love, it is your brand new baby, you want to look after it, then get some fresh wax. Plus,
I agree.
You don't know what the temperature is going to be like, so you can go, the day before, tell the guys at the waxing place what's up, and they'll give you the best wax for that. And off you go.
Cubic Spartan. I would definitely hit up. You can even bring it in or wax it yourself, and check out what the temperature is going to be like in Whistler, and then you can get that temperature wax. And it's pretty crazy in Whistler because you can get like have super cold days, or you can kind of have those bit more like mellow, kind of almost like wet and sticky days.
And you can have those two in the same day.
You can.
So anything's possible.
So you really want to tailor your wax to the day. So you might as well. I think it's probably pretty cheap, like $15 to get a wax.
If you do it yourself, you probably know this already, but just for all you other guys, don't use your mom's ironing
board. Yeah. Don't use the iron or the board.
No.
You'll ruin them both.
It's gonna be bad.
Riley Newmeyer. I have a friend that wants to board this year. I'm wondering what general vids I can go to him, see, and realize the technique. What are your thoughts?
So what's a breakdown of the best vids to show a beginner?
Oh, with that.
We got some.
No, it's gonna play the live chat. The live chat's
Whoa.
going. What?
This is weird.
Uh-oh.
Wait, are we in the video or are we here?
What's happened? Oh no. Okay.
Maybe this is a sign.
Technical difficulties. Yeah, so if you have a friend that wants to board this year, yeah, just send them to the beginner snowboard playlist. There's like there's about 50 videos on there to help you if you're a beginner snowboarder. If you guys can get out on a skateboard ahead of time, do something like that. Get in shape. Maybe
if you're feeling really nice, and you can watch the videos with your buddy, and then if he has any questions, he could ask you as you go along.
There you go.
It'd be a nice way to bond.
Yeah. Also, on his first day, if you're taking him up for the first day, maybe like stick with him for half the day, give him a hand, help him through.
Yeah, and then just leave him.
Yeah, the cool thing too is like if you go with a friend to teach them, if there's like just sticking to the bunny slope, you don't have to buy a lift ticket. You can just kind of like hang out and cruise with them.
Practice your switch and your butters.
Super Wonder is broke. Thanks for the $2, man. But yeah, man, that's really cool. That's awesome that you're getting your friend into snowboarding. If any of you guys are getting like one of your friends into snowboarding, send them to the beginner snowboard playlist. You could also like tell them about our live chats that we do every Friday. Good time to ask some questions.
Oh, speaking of it, we forgot about Cubic Spartan's Chroma Pop Lens. Do you have a take on the Chroma Pop?
I haven't had a chance to test it out yet, but the guys at SporterX who gave us the lenses, they're like raving about the Chroma Pop.
Nice.
So it's supposed to like really like make things stand out, like add that like contrast to the snow, get all the details in there. So it's supposed to be incredible.
As you guys can see, we have like a bevy of goggles.
We do.
But we have no snow to try them out. So as soon as the snow is here, we're basically going to be taking out a different pair every day and seeing which ones we like and give you guys a better breakdown.
All right. Somebody said we're missing a super chat, but I think I got them all.
I might have squeezed it in there.
Goggles.
Oh, please.
Tremblant.
Yep.
Taco Funds.
Yep.
Awesome. Should we try to do shout outs to as many people that did
love and shout outs?
Hey, well, just shout out to everyone. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We want to do like more of these style of videos. If you guys have a topic that you guys want us to cover, maybe let us know in the comments after the video. Just like, if there's a topic you want us to do. Last week we did the Burton step-on bindings.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. I think just like making these kind of videos and hanging out with you guys, trying to answer your questions the best we can, and yeah, just sharing snowboarding, sharing what we love.
How about if you got $50? Physio or Cairo?
Well, physio versus Cairo?
Yeah.
Cairo.
Oh, physio. The fight continues.
All right, we'll answer another couple questions, and then we'll take off. Thank you guys for tuning in. Super Wonder, not broke yet. Put down bindings and boot matter. But do bindings and boots matter, or is what feels right? I would say the most important thing in your setup is the boots, because you want to have them the proper fit, molded to your foot, and I guess those are the two most important things. They don't have to be like the most high-tech boots or brand new, but you want them to fit properly and be molded to your foot for sure. Yeah,
function over fashion, because a lot of brands they kind of are known, like some brands are bigger feet, some are smaller, so it's more important you get a boot that really fits you and you're comfortable with than saying like, oh, I like these colors or I like that brand. Really important you get a good comfy boot, and if you get any pain in the store, like you can imagine what it's like when you're using it for the 8 hours on the mountain. So yeah, it should feel good. Yeah, heat molding is great if it's got that available, but boots have got to feel good, and then the other stuff not as much.
Yeah, if you're gonna put your money into one thing, it should be boots for sure.
Just take the money out before you put your feet in.
Yeah. And bindings, they're also important. I'd say they're like probably the third thing to worry about. Boots, board, bindings.
Ooh.
But
and then goggles.
And then goggles. Yeah, goggles are important too, actually.
And then butt pads.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah. Hey,
it's where your priorities lie. My number one thing is my butt pad. I got to keep my butt safe.
That can be our topic for next week. The priority list.
Oh, true.
Gear list and priority. Awesome. Well, thanks guys for all the questions.
Yep. Zachary Stegman, I'm hyped for this season. We're close.
Yeah, just give us park or powder. We don't care. Just give us something. If you guys haven't seen, we got like a foot of snow here in Whistler today. So we've been like battling the snow. Like once we go with that door over there, it's just like a huge winter snowstorm going on. So it's straight into winter here in Whistler.
Don't want to give you guys too much information, but I am wearing thermal long underwear at this moment. That's how cold it's been.
Yeah, and I got a t-shirt, a flannel, and this giant hoodie. So awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Park versus Pow.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it.
High five. Yo.
Oh, I wasn't looking at your elbow. That's the trick.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks everyone for doing the super chats. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. for another live chat.
Awesome.
All right.
See you then.
All
Have a good night.
Peace, guys.
How do you stop this thing?
That's a good question. Bye.